بنو سراج مدرسة قصص إسلامية.
Today in the True Stories, which are brought by Banu Siraj TV, we will be talking about the creatures that lived on this earth, before our father Adam. I am sure this beautiful story that I am preparing for you, I have taken it from the books of scholars. One of the companions of the Prophet named Ibn Abbas narrates, describing the creatures who lived on this earth, before me and you, and also our father Adam, and our mother. What happened here on earth, is that the wind and thunder spread in the world. Animals and birds, fruit grew on the trees, they grew and decayed, it grew big and small plants carry each other without special order. That's when the earth decided to sue God. God heard the cry of the earth. He answered the earth by creating different kinds of creatures. The creatures that were the first to be placed in the earth, their name is Hani. God created those creatures using the wind, lightning and clouds. Here I remember the verse that says, "You will praise the one who is the best of creation, that is, God, and these were creatures with different natures. There were white, black, red, yellow and green colors. There are those who grew up good, bad. There were those who grew up deaf and blind. There were also men and women. These creatures married and gave birth to each other, and they became very many in this world, until it reached the extent that the world became small for them. Due to the abundance they grew up with, those creatures called Han started to cause destruction by killing each other. And these creatures called Han, they did not fight using weapons. Unless they grew up, they locked each other up, until the same one died. Let him cry because of hunger. This is where God destroyed them, with a wind called Asuva, and there remained only a few who became pious, and those who remained were the first to build houses. And they were carving stones to build those houses, and they were hunting animals and birds, and they remained in this situation for a very long time. They started to destroy the land again. When God saw the destruction and their jealousy was extreme, He created other creatures from the sea, and they grew up with great and wonderful nature. They are called barn creatures.
بنو سراج مدرسة قصص الإسلامية.
They chased away the creatures called Han. There was no creature left in those creatures called Han, in the land that did not grow, were destroyed. A scholar called Wahabu bin Manbahi, in a book called Badai Zur, has explained by saying, these creatures called Han, the time they lived on earth was 1,500 years. Now let's look at the creatures called Barn. These were creatures with great genetics, creatures their size. Some mountains became small for them. The biggest wonder was that their ears grew bigger than their bodies, and their ears became a saddle for them when they slept, and he became one of them, capable of sinking to the bottom of the 7th layer of the earth. When I lived there and I grew up, they were not surprised about that. The biggest surprise, they chased their companions for destruction. And they started to do more damage than even the Hans. There was not a single creature left on land or in the sea, unless they grew up accusing God about the destruction of those creatures. God decided to create other creatures, called jinn, and He brought the jinn to the earth, so that they could defeat the destructive creatures called Barn. After they were defeated by the jinn and completely disappeared from the earth was owned by the jinn, and they lived for a very long time on the earth. They do not have the jinni began to wreak havoc on the land. And then God sent down a very large army of angels. angels that God praised in Surat Tarim by saying, "They do not rebel against God for what He has fed them, and they do what they are commanded." And among those angels there was the devil, who at that time was called Azazel. He became the leader of the angels, and the angels were created using light. The earth was possessed by the devil. He loved the earth very much. Pride entered the devil's soul, and God revealed the pride that grew in the devil's soul, after creating our father, the prophet Adam, the father of creation. And up to this point I have finished to narrate this true story, which I am preparing to narrate the creatures that lived on this earth. Before our father Adam, you grew up with me, Salah bint Ali. I thank you very much for following us and listening to us. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share a lot. We pray that your offering will improve you programs in this channel of Banu Siraj Madrasa TV. Donate even $1, God will pay you. We ask you to donate through NMB bank account number 60,910,017,779, name Rizaki Yahya Baigo. Thank you very much.
بنو سراج مدرسة قصص الإسلامية.